I already got covered these vigilante groups in previous videos, but I want to cover some of the other vigilante action I've seen. These guys in Philadelphia on June 1st, the police knew about them. They're on top of their shop with guns. That guy in the middle has a pellet rifle because he's a loser and a goober. He probably doesn't have a gun. And the police they're on video. I've already played it in another video, but they have said that the police want to take pictures with them. And that fits with the rest of what I'm about to show you. Also, June 2nd, Philadelphia, group of all-white counter-protesters with bats say this on camera: don't throw it at cops, throw it at me and him. The cop can't defend himself, so we're here. Anyone who's going to throw shit at a cop or pick on a cop, pick one of us the fuck out and we'll go around the corner and fight you. Take that fucking faggot energy and go somewhere else. We just want peace. That's in this video. I already played it, but I'm just giving a recap. I already played this one too. Guy at a protest in Chicago. Comes out like he's a cool operator, Blackwater, points an AR-15 at protester's face, and then the cops just let him walk away. Here's another one. This was at our peaceful protest where we didn't harm anyone or anything. There were 3 guys, white, who had their guns loaded and ready to shoot. They got escorted peacefully. Then the police showed up with riot gear for us protesters for marching on the sidewalk. That's June 1st. I'm not sure where that is. I already talked about this MAGA life coach and YouTuber who is calling for violence and saying Donald Trump is going to give them the word, and then they'll go out and start shooting people. Shooting protesters. I already played this Oklahoma City one where 4 white people on scooters attacked another white person because he had an upside down American flag, and they started beating the shit out of him. 4v1. Here is Puyallup, Washington, June 3rd. Local Washington bar owner calls for armed counter-protesters to assemble. Okay, friends, a Puyallup folk. Okay, friends, a Puyallup folk. Sounds like we're supposed to have peaceful protests tomorrow, Wednesday, starting at Puyallup Fairgrounds. I would like to solicit and propose all those for our Second Amendment rights to show up in force to help our local law enforcement to make sure it remains peaceful. Screw that guy. Sorry this is out of order. June 2nd, 2 p.m. Police watch and allow approximately 22 white counter-protesters, more than half with assault rifles, others with handguns, line up along a fence and intimidate peaceful protesters. Not sure if I've already played this one, but I'm going to anyway. The cops are just sitting there. Like, this is just fine with the cops. They're totally calm.
Thank you.
The cops aren't scared of them. They're scared of the protesters. Because the protesters are calling for the cops to be defunded. Are calling for reform, and they feel threatened by it. So they're not threatened by white people with assault rifles at all. It's just insane. I don't think I played this. Or I don't think I showed this picture yet. This is Washington, D.C., June 2nd. Wait, this isn't the Vigilante group. Sorry, that's stupid of me. That needs to be taken out. I'll leave it in for now. Here's Kennewick, Washington, where I don't think there's any protests, and if they are, they're really small. June 3rd, here's a quote from the tweet. My brother sent me these pics of armed vigilantes standing guard outside big box retailers in Kennewick, Washington, ready to fight the great race war in Ross Dress for Less parking lot, LMAO. So there's one picture. Let me pull up the rest. Look at these dipshits. They're gonna defend chains? It just doesn't make any sense to me. America is such a stupid country. I did like this, though. This pic is sending me the composition, the playful little finger dip, a perfect photo. Look at those little freaking chicken fingers. Go die. Salem, Oregon, June 4th. Officer politely warns armed vigilantes, supposedly Proud Boys, that curfew was enacted so that they could arrest anyone walking around. He warns them to get in their vehicles so it doesn't look like police are playing favorites. I give you this commentary because sometimes it's hard to understand what they're saying.
Really enforce the citywide curfew shutdown so we can arrest anybody who's walking around. Okay. My command wanted me to come talk to you guys and request that you guys secrete either inside the businesses or in your vehicles somewhere where it's not a violation. I don't think so we don't look like we're playing favorites.
Gotcha. We can go interior.
That would really enforce the citywide curfew.
Anyway, that really shows that the police are just the enemies of the protesters, and they see themselves as more allied and having more in common with these white armed vigilante groups than other people. So I'll get into that in the next video on police psychology and kind of what I think is the mindset going on right now. But that's updates on just some vigilante crap going on.